All right, let's dive in. We hear it all the time, right? Our anonymized data is safe. But what if that's not just wrong, but a dangerous assumption? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how AI can look right through that so called anonymity, how it pieces together a shockingly detailed picture of you from data you thought was totally harmless. This is all about the hidden risks in your data. So let's just start with the big question, the one that really matters. Is your anonymous data truly safe? I mean, we've all been led to believe that it is. But as we're about to see, with the rise of incredibly powerful AI, the answer to that question is becoming a very clear and, honestly, a very unsettling no. To really get what's going on, we first have to tackle a huge belief that most of us have about our digital lives. It's something we can call the anonymity myth. Okay, so on the left here, you see what we all think happens. You just remove my name and poof, my data is safe and anonymous. But the reality over on the right is so much more complicated. See, AI doesn't actually need your name, it just needs patterns. It can look at all these seemingly random bits of information from different places and create this unique digital fingerprint that points right back to you. That shield of anonymity? Yeah, it's way more fragile than any of us thought. So if AI can just waltz past our old ideas of anonymity, how? How does it actually do that? Well, this brings us to the real engine behind this whole risk: AI's incredible power of inference. So what in the world is inference risk? Think of it as AI's ability to read between the lines of your data. It takes all these harmless, individual pieces of information and connects the dots to figure out sensitive stuff you never, ever meant to share. It's not about what your data says explicitly, it's all about what your data implies. And here's how that process actually works, broken down into 3 steps. First, the AI just gathers up all this seemingly innocent data. You know, what you buy at the grocery store, the places you go, the articles you read online. Step 2, it starts sifting through this mountain of data, looking for hidden patterns and connections we'd never see. And finally, boom, it uses those patterns to infer really sensitive things about you, basically building a detailed profile from the ground up. And look, this is not just some theory. The kinds of things AI can infer are deeply personal. Your shopping habits? They might hint at a specific health condition. The news sites you visit? They could strongly suggest your political beliefs. Even your location data might reveal if you're in a financially vulnerable situation. The AI is piecing together a version of you that's way more revealing than any single thing you ever chose to share. Figuring out your personal traits is one thing. That's scary enough. But what happens when the AI can actually put a name to that profile? Well, that's the next level of risk, where anonymity is just gone. It's called re-identification risk. This quote from the source material absolutely nails it. Even anonymized datasets are vulnerable to re-identification when combined with other data sources. The magic, or maybe the terrifying word there, is combined. A single anonymous dataset might be okay on its own. But what happens when you start mixing it with another one, and then another one? The best way to think about it is that AI is like a digital Sherlock Holmes, and all your little data points are the clues. It takes one anonymous clue from over here, another one from over there, and it starts putting the puzzle together. And with enough of those puzzle pieces, that detective can build a complete picture of you, effectively ripping that mask of anonymity right off. And here's the kicker. This isn't some problem for the future we have to worry about. It's happening right now. As data analytics gets faster and smarter, our old ways of protecting ourselves, like just deleting a name from a file, are basically useless. The lock we used to use is obsolete, and the tools to pick it are getting more powerful every single day. Okay, so if the old locks are broken and the risks are getting bigger, what in the world are we supposed to do about it? That brings us to our final and maybe most important section: the absolute need to rethink data protection from the ground up. And the most crucial point here is that these risks, inference and re-identification, they aren't just tiny loopholes we can patch up. No, they are a fundamental challenge to our whole idea of privacy. We can't just put a band-aid on the old system. We need an entirely new way of thinking. This new framework really stands on 3 big pillars. First is privacy by design. That just means privacy can't be an afterthought you slap on at the end. It has to be built into the very core of new technologies from day one.
Second is robust data governance. This is all about having clear, strict rules for how data gets collected, who gets to see it, and why, making sure there's accountability. And finally, we need strengthened regulatory oversight. That means laws with actual teeth that hold companies financially and legally responsible when they fail to protect our data from these new AI-driven threats. This is the path forward.
And all of this leads us to one last really critical question. If an AI can see the things we are actively trying to hide, who's responsible for what it uncovers? Is it us for sharing what we thought was innocent data? Is it the company that built the powerful algorithm? Or is it maybe the AI system itself? There are no easy answers here, but as this technology gets woven deeper into our lives, it's a question we absolutely cannot afford to ignore anymore.